Why have you not posted the assignment yet?
And I think you know why now, don't you?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, I think you do.
I think I don't. So can you post it now?
No, I will not.
Why?
Because you don't have all the information for it anyway.
Mackenzie, she's prolonging my thing, blah, 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 for me to learn. Help me out here. I think she's too tired. I'm too tired.
Oh, for a sec, I thought you said something else. I was like, what? Alrighty.
Oh, guess what?
What?
I completed all my work for 6 hour.
Nice.
So yeah, no. The thing is, I did it before 6 hour, like I did your work, and I asked him if he could give me like more work, and he was like, "Yeah."
Who do you have 6th hour?
Petrowski,
Oh,
physics.
okay. Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mackenzie. I like your response. Doesn't sound like she has a whole lot of sympathy for you.
No,
I'll be
she
right.
doesn't at all.
My dogs have been driving me cuckoo in the cachoo today. Ugh, they're so high maintenance. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. Let's see if we can get some more people to join us. Good morning, everybody, for those that I did not get a chance to say good morning to. All righty. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Anybody do anything fun over the weekend? Did you get takeout? That was really good, or uh, go somewhere fun? Oh, that sounds like fun. Shopping? Yes, I love shopping too. It's a good pastime. What's your favorite store to shop at, Mackenzie? Oh, Forever 21. So where did you go for that? Does Kalamazoo have one of those?
Yeah, we went to the Crossroads in Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
They're up in their game. They have cuter clothes now.
Oh, do they? Good. That's good to know.
Yeah, because there's a lot of online stores now,
Yeah.
so stores like that kind of have more competition.
Oh, yeah. I like
Hmm.
H&M too.
Yeah,
And
I like H&M too.
yeah,
They have some cute stuff.
yeah. Oh, good, 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 good. That's wonderful. All right. Well, I guess let's get going. I'll give you the synopsis. I'm going to do the warm up as always. I'm going to do a little review of things that you should know. And then we'll get right into our notes. And then at the end, there'll be an assignment burn that I will assign to you. And it'll be due tomorrow before midnight. So
Fine.
11:59. And it's pretty simple. I think you could probably get it done in like 10 or 15 minutes. So, anywho, so here we go. Get out that warm up from your Google Doc.
I have a question though. First,
Nope,
first of
no
all.
questions. Sorry.
No, no,
Just
no, no, no.
kidding. What is
For
it?
assignment. The factoring that affects food choices. Did you give us all the answers to that?
For which one?
Factoring the affects food choices.
You mean the
Factors
guided
that
note?
affect food choices. Did you give it?
Guided notes?
Yeah.
No, I have not. So that's what
Okay.
you're going to need to have that open too, because we're going to finish that today.
Okay.
Okay. Now I forgot what I was doing. Thank you, Vern.
You're posting the assignment for me.
No.
You're
Okay.
going to
So
warm ups.
yes, I got that now. And I always have myself on camera and it goes so slow. Okay. Let's open this up. All right. So this is a term that we went over the last time we were together. You can look at your notes if you so choose, or just make your best guess. Doesn't have to be right. Please don't Google it. But what do you call a social custom that prohibits the use of certain edible resources as food? And you have 2 minutes. Make sure you got your caps and ends, complete sentences. We will be turning these in on Thursday will be our last one. They're not due till Friday, just in case anybody is trying to get caught up. And that's why I have them due Friday. We'll also have a demo this week, which will also be due Friday. So probably a good idea just to get your warm-ups in and done so you don't have to worry about it.
I already did the one.
Oh, you did. Of course you did.
I did it after I got done with the questions for
Perfect.
second one. That's due on Friday.
So you're really keeping up with your assignments. That's great.
Yeah.
Nice
One
job.
of my problems were late work, so I'm trying to,
Good.
not
Yeah.
have
That would be good. I mean, most of the stuff that I do. What?
when school's over, like the end of the day, I just want to focus on video games, not homework.
So you're just trying to get your stuff done as you get it and turn it in.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which for
basically.
me, that works out because we typically do the stuff in class anyway. Today, I'm not going to be able to give you much time to work on it, but typically I do. So that's what's nice about that. So, okay, you guys have 35 seconds, so hurry up. And then I'm going to go right into the review. So why don't you, if you get done with that warm up, go in and pull up those guided notes that Vern was talking about right here at the beginning, and then you'll be able to respond to some of my questions.
I have a question.
Of course you do.
I don't know what
It's
Sorry.
for parent planning, that's 21, right?
Say what? What are
Okay.
you talking about?
Okay, so there's nutrition,
are
culinary,
you talking
and
about
parent. It's
parenting?
21.
23.
23?
46 total, but you get 23 from your dad and 23
Oh,
from your mom.
I'm 4 chromosomes off. Jeez.
That's all
I
right.
thought it was 42.
You were in the vicinity. I mean, that even impresses me. I mean, at least you knew there was 20 something. Funny. Okay. So your warm up should be over. I'm just going to do a quick little review.
Wait, so we turn it in now?
No, because we'll have one more class before. Yeah.
All right. It's still at the beginning of the week. That's
right. I know. It does seem, I don't know, maybe later. I don't know. It seems like Tuesday to me, but all right. So I'm going to recap some of the things that you should know. You can use your notes if you would like. You can just take a guess if you'd like. But let's start with the beliefs and social customs of a group of people. What term goes with that? It starts with the letter C. The beliefs and social customs of a group of people. Beliefs and social customs of a group of people. Culture. Thank you, Brianna. I'm sorry. I didn't look up. I was looking at my paper. Yep, that's right. Okay. Let's go with a food that is typical of a given racial, national, or religious culture. A food that is typical of a given racial, national, or religious culture. Starts with an E.
Ethnic foods.
Yes, sir. Okay, what about
Miss Teacher? They're doing it in the chat.
I see that now. Yeah, I keep forgetting to look up. I promise this next one. A typical standard or pattern related to food and eating behaviors. A typical standard or pattern, which are your keywords there, related to food and eating behaviors. It's one that I had you write in. Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. How about this one? Today's question: a social custom that prohibits the use of certain edible resources as food.
Is it kosher foods?
Nope, I haven't given that one yet. Your keyword there is prohibits.
Yeah, that's what I put
Food
in.
taboo. Yep, yep, you guys are right. Food
I
taboo.
got it right.
Yep. Okay, and then Vern, a food prepared according to Jewish dietary laws.
Huh? Oh, kosher foods. Gotcha.
Kosher, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you call the influence where it roots back to other cultures? It's like your roots.
Religious. No, never mind. Maybe.
Roots back to other cultures.
Religious influence is
Nope.
okay. I'll start saying them all.
I'll stop you there. Historical influences. What do you call people making choices because of their geography?
Regional influences.
Yes, right. So they teach the use of food and then teach the effects of the culture. Get away to remember that one.
I wasn't listening.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay.
Trying to. Good Lord. Okay. Let's see, wait. What is the influence that kosher has? It's like rules of what their members may or may not eat.
Yeah, basically.
You've said this already. What type of influence is that?
Kosher foods?
Yeah, like what influence though? Like for
Oh, they have religious influences?
religious. Yes, thank you. That's what I wanted you to say. Okay. All right. So those are just some terms that you're going to be working on your homework. So if you know all those, awesome. If not, you got your notes there, so that'll help. And we're just going to continue on with those. I'm going to gears here, go into my notes. You guys should be on your notes. And here we go. All right. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. I just have to back up because this was, whoops, what the heck is that? This is what I want. Okay, I'm just sliding back here. Okay, now I know that we did kosher. Did we move into family and friends? I can't remember if we got that far. Yes, no? If I'm presenting, I can't see your chat, so I don't know if you're answering me or not.
We're
Yes.
we're
Okay.
at media.
We did.
We're on status
We're on
food. Okay.
status.
Oh no,
Perfect.
yeah, status foods, that one. Yep.
Excellent. Thank you. I just couldn't remember exactly where we were. Okay. So for status foods, we're looking at, foods that mean money, wealth, position in the community. Usually, they're foods that you don't, if you even get them, you get them very infrequently. So caviar is the picture there. Usually that's associated with a status as far as it's pretty
I
expensive.
want to have that at least once in life.
What?
I at least want to have that once in life. Have you had it before?
I have a couple times.
Is it good?
It's just kind of salty.
Oh.
So if some people have a saltier palate than other people and they like things that are salty. And if you can get past it, they're fish eggs, then
Oh yeah.
then I think you would probably like it. It's kind of like it's similar to a topping on a cracker or something like that, which is usually how they'll serve it, or they'll put it on something to add color or a saltier consistency for the palate. So, but like I said, you're usually it's a status thing because it's quite expensive depending on what brand you buy. And some other things, like what are some other things that you guys can think of that would be something that would be expensive, a sign of maybe wealth or position in a community where somebody would eat
Tomahawk steak.
Okay.
Let me step it up. Golden tomahawk steak.
Okay. What's something else?
I don't know. That was the only one that I got.
Anybody else have something?
Maybe possibly something hard to find in nature.
So seafood, yeah, I was thinking that too, like lobster, king crab. Those are you know, pretty expensive. White sturgeon. Okay. Oh shoot, what there was another one I was thinking, like maybe like escargot, which is snails type of thing. Yeah.
Haven't heard of that
I didn't say it was good, but you know, some people they would eat it just because it's a status thing. You know, they want to seem like they're above other people and it's expensive, and so they're showing like their status of what they typically eat. Okay, so now we're going to move into one more slide, I believe, on this segment. Okay, this one goes with media. So this is your number 4, and you're going to do A and B, and if you need explanation, I can give that to you. But it's a huge social influence on food choices. So basically, like right now, there's been advertisement, you know, all in December about your New Year's resolution, and people are going to health facilities and signing up, or they have great deals, products, you know, about weight loss and changing your life, and all of that is, you know, really dominating, you know, Facebook and any place that there's any form of advertisements. So, you know, there's that you have to consider. Sorry, I was maneuvering something. So, you know, but, you know, in 2 or 3 months, the health centers are going to be, you know, the exercise places are not going to have as many people. Planet Fitness is huge right now because they offer that $10, and, you know, you don't have any, you can cancel at any time. They do have an annual fee of like $30-some or something like that, but, you know, you can cancel at any time. So those are really big right now. People respond to ads even though they don't realize it. So, you know, I mean, if there was an advertisement that went out, people are going to go buy it. That's how we know that people are affected by advertisements. Become aware, you know, don't get sucked into false claims. Make sure you use common sense and read labels. That's going to be really important for you not to kind of get caught up in the realm of the media. Research shows that children in the U.S. view an average of 22,000 commercials a year. You know, they become socialized to want the foods they see advertised. I mean, I'm sure, you know, sometimes there'll be something that comes across and you'll be like, ooh, I want to try that, or that looks really good. And then eventually you go and search it out and find it, and then, you know, find that it may not be all it was cracked up to be, or maybe you enjoy it and, you know, purchase it again. You know, it's just getting the consumer to try it is key, really important. Okay, so let me know when I can move to the next one. Remember too, I'm videoing this, so if I go too fast or you don't get something, you can always play it later and fast forward, mute me, whatever you need. Are we good? Okay. Okay, so now we're going to talk about advertising techniques And this is going to be your number 4, and it's basically the title of each slide. If you don't understand what the title means, then that's when I would maybe put like a little parentheses and write a little something down. But if you think you got a pretty good grasp on what it's trying to say, then I think you are good with just the title. So that is in your realm of control how you want to work that. Okay, so this is your number 1 under selling food and under advertising techniques, is that ads are everywhere. You know, everywhere you look, there's ads. Wherever you go, there's ads. You know, you can drive down 94, 69 and there's, you know, billboards everywhere. You go to the dentist, you pick up a magazine and half of the magazine is full of advertisements. You get online, whatever it may be, there's an advertisement. You know, they are on buses, during movies, displays, packaging. People wear labels all the time, and they're actually working for that company for free because you bought the product and you're walking around with it. And if somebody looks at your shirt or sweatshirt or whatever and, you know, thinks that they need to go purchase something, then, you know, that is free advertisement. So it's just a constant in your face ad all the time. Okay, and then you have looking good. So foods and ads often look better than they do in real life. They're usually an extreme close-up that's trying to kind of hone in on your senses. So when you look at it, you almost can smell it or taste it, and it makes you crave that type of food. So advertisers do a good job of that because we know it doesn't always look that way, and that one's coming up. Yes.
Did you know for ads they cheat a lot?
What are you referring to?
Like they make the burger look more better or stuff like that. And
Yeah. I'm
also,
hoping I can show you a video where they actually have people that that's their job, is to make it look enticing, and how they, you know, trick the consumer into, you know, having it look the way you see on the slide, but what
I've
it
seen
actually looks like.
seen one that they actually use motor oil
Mm-hmm.
as
Yeah. Yep.
because it's more it looks like syrup, but it's more liquidy.
Yeah, and most of the meat isn't cooked, and you know. Yeah, well, hopefully I'll be able to show you a video on that. Okay, celebs, you know, they're going to use celebrities that, you know, are popular right now on TV shows, movies, things like that, to try to sell a product and get you to buy it. For kids, you're looking at like maybe cartoon characters that they might see in a movie, in a book they're reading, on cereal boxes, things like that, to try to entice them and bring them in. So they're going to use whatever means possible to sell the product. And then you have health claims. You know, many ads claim or imply that the product is good for you. They may convince you to buy it because of that. Sometimes these claims are unclear or inaccurate. So I know years back they were putting out a product and called it Light, but they were referring to the color, not the content, as far as like calories and things like that. But you know, if you don't read the labels and you don't pay attention to that, you think, you know, you're buying it, it's a good choice, and it really isn't. So you got to be careful about the health claims and really read what the claim is and see if it coincides with the ingredients and the nutrients on the food label. Claims about taste or popularity. So this is where we were talking about how that Whopper looks delicious in one advertisement, but then when you go to Burger King and you order the sandwich, it kind of comes out like the one on the right-hand side. So it's kind of like false advertising, you know, a way to make something look good, to get it to sell. But then when you get it, the claims are unsupported, exaggerated. You know, we know that it's not going to come out that way all the time. Yes.
I've noticed like the actual meal, nothing's gonna be as like really big. You gotta get like the side thing where it doesn't have a number, but it actually has a name. because then that is more bigger than other things.
Okay.
Figured it out. Process of elimination.
Here's another little tidbit. Typically when you order specialty orders, and I'm talking about fast food now, they have to make it fresh. So just FYI, if you want a fresh product, you should probably ask without ketchup or onions or whatever. And it usually, they have to make it at that moment. And so it's a little bit fresher. Huh?
It was how to get McDonald's fries or whatever, warm. And
Yeah.
they said without salt.
Yeah. Because if you ask without salt, you basically have to wipe out the container where they throw them in to mix them up with salt. And then, yeah, it has to be a brand new batch, obviously. So yeah, there's some tricks along the way there. Yeah. Okay. And then you have the advertisement that overdo it. So they're going to make it, the portion size, look way bigger than it really is. They also have people eating it that can't stop, which encourages people to go out and try it. So the one commercial that I'm thinking of right now that's pretty popular is the one where they're eating cheese nips and they're in like a study group behind plexiglass, and then you have the scientists on the other side watching, and they're like going crazy for cheese nips.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's just, a ploy to get people to buy cheese nips. Obviously, if all these people are going crazy for cheese nips, they have to be good, right? And so that's just one example of how a commercial draws you in. These are just some other approaches. So, they'll offer coupons. They might, show them at the movies or TVs. They have contests, giveaways, games. Like I can remember being a kid and the Cracker Jack box would have some type of a, like a little peel away game thing. Donations they'll give if so many people purchase. Points of sale. So, when you walk in the store, that's where they're located. Positions or shelf position. So we're going to kind of talk about a few of those here in the next couple of slides when we talk about, just a minute, merchandising techniques. And so we'll kind of touch in on a couple of those, which is our next one. Yes, Vern.
Some products also give like things for video games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
Like, can you give me an example?
Not Mountain Dew. Monster was promoting a new Halo.
Okay.
And Gatorade was producing whatever. It was doing Call of Duty Cold War.
So
wonderful.
you buy this game and then you get a free one, or what?
No. Like you can get like certain things if you buy the like Gatorade or whatever. You can get like I don't know how it works. You just get extra things.
Huh. Interesting. Okay. Didn't know that. All right. So now we're going to talk about the merchandising technique, how they get people to buy their product. That's, part of advertising, but part of another bigger picture. So we have the impulse temptation. So you have potato chips, candy, soft drinks distributed throughout the store to get the customer to walk by them. They're called impulse buys because you weren't thinking about purchasing them until you saw them, and they cause an emotion in you, or thinking about how good that would taste, and then you go ahead and purchase it. Or I haven't had that in a while, or I'm really craving something sweet, and so that's kind of how they get you. I know at Walmart in the center aisle, I walk by probably 2 or 3 chip displays with different types of chips. Usually they're name brands. So like if I needed, let's say, a taco chip, probably the one that would be in the center would be Doritos. Okay, because that's a name brand, or any of the Lay's products would be there, but you wouldn't see the Walmart brand or an off-labeled brand there. You would only see the name brands because they pay for those spaces and they want people to choose their product over something that's cheaper. So it's an impulse buy because people like I mean, I've done it where I'm like, oh, I need this, and oh, there, I'll just buy those, you know, because I don't want to walk clear over to the chip aisle or whatever to get the product. You know, I'm just, it's a impulse thing where I'm just grabbing it. Then you have shelf placement. So PC products generally sit on the highest shelf. Lower shelving is destination products, kind of where you're at eye level. It's kind of where you could reach out and touch something. That's going to be where the biggest impulsivity is. It will be where the highest competitive level is with products. People pay for that spot. They want people's eyes to be drawn to their product. And if it's at eye level, that makes perfect sense. And, you know, with me being only 5'3", I don't tend to look up a lot, you know, because it's not at my eye level. So sometimes I'll be searching for something, and then I'm like, okay, and I look up and there it is. I'm like, dang it, you know. And so sometimes that plays a part. Usually the products that don't sell as well or that are kind of a generic brand, you're going to find towards the bottom, and that does, you know, play a part in the sales concept as well. Kids, I always think of this too, like the cereal aisle. If you just walk down and you know, at eye level, they're going to have all the sugar cereals, unless you're really tall, which I'm not. So, you know, kids can see those sugared cereals. I can see the sugared cereals. If I want to get a little healthier, I have to draw my eye up so that I'm looking at, you know, the Chex, all the different Chex brands that don't come with typical loads of sugar. If I'm going to buy like a bargain brand, one that's off, you know, like an off label, I'm going to look down because that's where they're going to be located. Okay. But it just, you know, whenever you walk down that cereal aisle, it's just a really good indication of what products they're trying to sell the most of. Okay, then you have points of sale. So impulse items are placed at or near checkout lanes. I love this when the kids were little, 3, 4, 5, and, you know, you would turn around and you'd have like, you know, 10 Snicker bars in your cart, or, you know, chapstick, you know, you just have this stuff because your kids see it, they want it, they're throwing it in the cart, and you're like, what? I didn't put that in there. That's not what I wanted. So they get you right there, you know. So eventually we decided, you know, we're not bringing the kids to shop with us anymore because that's just, you know, just a very stressful spot in the store for parents at times. Then you have your promotional placement. So those are things that they're trying to, you know, promote. Again, they're going to pay for those spots. So you can see Coca-Cola right there as having an end cap, which draws the eye. People may not have grabbed it if it wasn't on an end cap. Some places have drop bins where they get things in bulk and have like loads of the product and they throw it in this dump bin. It's not really high quality stuff. It's just things that you can get real cheap and you can throw in there, and people walk by it and think they need it because it's, you know, $2 or something like that. I know I'm going to use that, you know, one of these days, and, you know, it's so cheap I can't pass it up kind of thing, you know. And if everybody does that, they're making a lot of money off of that. And then you have store planning. So almost all stores, if you go into Meijer's, if you go into Walmart, if you go into Family Fare, their milk and their eggs are in the back of the store. The reason being is because those products are highly sought after. And if they can get you to walk in their store and walk down different aisles, you might be an impulse shopper and think you need something that you didn't come in for. And I know we've all done it. You know, you go into the store and you're like, I'm here for milk. And you end up walking out $30 later with, you know, avocados and taco dip and maybe some queso, or, you know, it's just things that you see that you think that you need. And that's how they get you, you know, if, you know, they're just, that's their prime mode of getting you in that store. Stimulate the appetite. So there is usually lighting in stores for good reasons. They're usually trying to spotlight certain things, certain areas of the store, draw in the eye to, like colorful vegetables, fruits, make them look more vibrant. They're going to look more appealing to the consumer that's walking in the store. And so they kind of, trick the eye a little bit. So stimulate the appetite. Okay, and then the last one on this line is number 7. It's in-store sampling. So this is one that we haven't really had much fun with in the last 9 months, but I'm sure it will come back. And that's, I always think of Sam's Club. You go in there and you basically eat lunch as you walk through the store because there's so many samples that are there. Usually it's a new product that's come into Sam's. They want to introduce it to the customer so the customer will buy their product. It could be that they have an abundance of the product and they're trying to get customers to purchase that item, offer it at a lower price. And then, it's only limited time. So the next time you go to the store, you really liked it, you're excited about it, but now it's, $7 instead of $5, something along those lines. So they just try to get the consumer that way by giving them an opportunity to sample the product. All right, now we're on to our personal influences and how it personally can affect us and how we choose foods. We're on the homeward stretch here. Okay, so emotional responses to foods. You may reach for a comfort food when you're feeling stressed or unhappy. Sometimes this can lead to overeating or becoming overweight, because if you are in a very stressful job and you're using food to comfort that emotion, it's going to compound things to where you're probably going to develop poor eating habits, become overweight, and then it becomes more of a health concern at that point. We do carry a strong association with food as being pleasant or unpleasant. So remember we talked about this the other day where I hate pickled beets. Okay, so I've had an unpleasant experience with those. I can remember my sister being young and we were in the car, and this is kind of gross, but she threw up hot dogs and refused to eat them for years because she had an unpleasant experience with them, Or, I can remember going down when I was probably in older elementary, and my grandparents lived in North Carolina and lived right on the ocean, not on it, but, in a town near the ocean. And I had a great experience with seafood there. So to this day, I just love seafood, and it always takes me back to that time when, we would go down to the docks and they would be pulling crab and we'd just grab some and take them home and eat them. And they were just so fresh and delicious. And, so the memory, it's a memory that I have that's strong and, developed my pleasure of eating seafood, But if you, like my sister, she maybe threw up on seafood, she wouldn't like it, So we do have really strong ties to that. On your worksheet, you're going to be given words, and you're going to have to associate what you think about when it comes to those. Yeah, I know most people don't like hot dogs. Look up what they're made of, then you'll know why people don't like hot dogs. But like if I said the word to you, chocolate, what comes to mind? If I said the word chocolate to you, either write in the chat or unmic yourself, what comes to mind? Candy, breakup, okay, yummy. Yeah, that's what I think too, Caitlin. I think it's kind of a treat when we get chocolate. So I look at it as a treat or a dessert. When I think of chocolate, what do you think of when I say spinach? What comes to mind? Like for me, I say healthy. Caitlin says nasty. Caitlin says salad. Mackenzie doesn't like it. Now, if I said it was fresh spinach versus like cooked spinach, would that make a difference? Brianna sees green. Okay, well, I prefer fresh spinach, like in my egg, or just kind of mix it in with my salad or something. Then I don't even know what's there. I can't even taste it, but I know it's good for me. So that's why I do it. What if I said the word ice cream? What comes to mind? What would you think of when I said that word? Ice cream, yummy. I think again, dessert, summertime. I kind of relate it to the seasons. Lamb refers to a flavor. Okay. What if I said the word liver? What do you think of when I say that? Bryce weighs in on this one. Oh, funny. Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, my mom grew up on a farm, and so when I was growing up, I think I can remember having it 3 times. And I can say I wasn't a fan, but it probably stemmed from knowing what it was to, not really associated with the flavor per se, because it's kind of a saltier meat. It's a little chewy, but I didn't, I think I didn't like it just because it was liver, not because of the taste of it. It just, knowing that it was an organ. And I think that's what kind of grossed me out to it, and why I developed that emotion with that type of food is, not liking it. Like, you could look at that as, maybe some people think of that as a bad food taboo, that they wouldn't, even consider eating it. The other day we were watching, I don't know if you ever watched the Alaskan Great Outdoors. I don't really watch it either, but it was on the TV. And they slaughtered a moose and they ate the heart immediately after they killed the animal. So the person went in, cut it up, and ate it, and it was like ginormous. I'm trying to think. It looked like the size of a basketball. That's how big it was. But that's a big animal, right? So that doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. But to people that live off the land and hunt, and that's important to them, to do it that way. All right. Sorry, I just unpresented my screen for whatever reason. I have no idea why. All right, so we're going to finish this up here. We're on that slide. Here we go. So then you have emotions like cortisol, cravings about blood sugar dropping and increasing, social eating. We'll get with our friends. We might be sad or excited or things like that. Nervous energy. Some people get nervous, and eating kind of takes their mind off of it, and so that plays a part in that as well. So those are all things to consider. Yes.
Okay, wait, so you said something about when you crave things, like, what is it?
What do you mean?
You said something about your blood,
the cortisol. It's on the screen. Do you not see it?
What do you mean?
So it's basically like a stress hormone that increases sugar in the bloodstream. So it has to do with, you eating, and it's, lowering that stress hormone.
Okay.
Miss Zepka.
Yes.
I think we skipped comfort foods.
Oh, you know what? I think you're right. Did I? I think you did. So I did do that. All right. So comfort foods are when you feel stressed or unhappy. I thought I did. Where did I see that? Comfort food. I think it was right here where we talked about the food right here. It's right there. It says you may reach for comfort foods when you feel stressed or unhappy. Does that make sense?
So do we put anything for emotional response to food?
No, nope. That's just like the header.
Okay, that's where I messed up then.
Oh, okay. Then we're good. Thank you for clarifying. I'm sure you weren't the only one that felt like that was missed. So thanks for bringing that to my attention. Okay. And then you have people that use food for rewards and punishments. And, rewarding somebody with food often undermines healthy eating, because usually they're their emotion to the food is, you know, something sweet typically. And so, you know, if you're constantly giving something that isn't good to people for doing whatever it is, it could lead to, you know, cavities because it's a high sugar type of food. There's weight gain, there's overeating. So in my classroom, I do have treats every once in a while, but I always offer dill pickles as an option because I want to offer something that's a little bit less sweet and has some nutritional backing. I do have gum, but typically I do have dill pickles as a reward for our kids that do certain things for me. And then for a punishment, sometimes I mean, I think this is popular back when I was growing up, which was in the Stone Ages, you know. But, you know, we would get in trouble if we didn't finish what was on our plate. I remember I had a friend that squirted ketchup on their plate and they didn't use it all. So then their parent made them eat it because they didn't want the ketchup to go to waste. So I think I mean, I'm sure people still do that. But the one thing is it encourages kids to eat when they're not hungry. It could increase bad habits, you know. And we don't want, you know, that we don't want to encourage bad habits. You know, they might associate food with, you know, getting in trouble, and that could lead to a severe eating disorder possibilities. So you just got to be really careful. There's a kind of a fine line that you have to walk with those types of things, and just be careful. Okay. This is the last slide, but I do have a couple other things that I want you to add. So this goes at the very end where you're at number 4, where it talks about individual preferences. So we have daily routines, you know, that are going to affect your food choices. You know, if you have practice during the middle of the middle of your dinner, you know, you're going to come home and you're going to have either what's left or nothing's going to be left, and you're going to have to like reach for something quick and easy because, you know, you have other things to do in the evening. And then values is one that I wanted you to write the definition to, because that is one on the worksheet that I'm giving you today. And so I'm going to rally this off to, I might even use the chat bar to write it in. That might be a little bit easier so that everybody can see it. So it is the beliefs and attitudes that, I keep misspelling this because my cursor's in the way. Oh, geez. Oh my gosh. Okay. Belief and attitude that are important to people. Okay, and that is definition of value. All right, so it's in the chat there. Beliefs and attitudes that are important to people equals value. All right, and then I need you to add just a couple things. You don't have to go crazy. But I need you to add these couple things in because they, again, are on the worksheet, and I chose to use a different slideshow than the one that I originally created. And so it doesn't have a couple of these items that I need you to have on your paper. Okay, so I'm going to talk about, excuse me, other impacts on food choices, and there's 4 of them. There's agriculture, there's technology, there's economics, and politics, okay? Now, as I talk about each one of these, if you don't need to write anything after that. If you think you can, you know, explain to me how that affects food choices. But if I asked you that and you're like, I don't know, I don't think I can remember, then maybe you should jot a few things down, is all I'm saying, okay? So when we talk about agriculture, you guys can still see my screen, right? Let me blow it up a little bit more for you. So when we talk about agriculture itself, we're talking about a fertile soil that is supplied with adequate water. The climate is favorable, that there's knowledge about the technical side of agriculture and human energy. Okay, so those are just some key components when it comes to agriculture that are important. And under that, you need to know what a staple food is. So a staple food is a mainstay food in the diet. So in the region, it's food that grows well there, and we call that a staple food. So here in the U.S., corn is one, just like South America, makes all sorts of things for us. In Asia, it's rice and rye. So, it's just a mainstay food that's constant in our diet. Okay, I know that there's a video I showed all about corn, and it's in everything. Let me just tell you. It's in a lot of food. So you do need to know what a staple food is. So make sure you have that jotted down. Okay, the next one is technology. It's the application of a certain body of knowledge. So, modern farming, machinery, faster food processing systems, rapid transport, allows food from many places in the world to bring foods over here, and we can put those in our grocery stores. So, like, for example, shopping in the U.S., often you're going to find New Zealand kiwi fruit and Mexican mangoes in the produce section. Technology allows foods to be stored for extended periods of time and used during a food shortage. So that's what technology does for us.
Mr. Zepko?
Yeah.
I have an issue.
Is this Bryce?
Yes, this is Bryce.
Yes. Okay. What's up?
So, my computer is at 4%, and my dog, like, I kid you not, tore my computer charger up. So,
you got a conundrum there, buddy.
yeah.
I don't know. You could go on your phone and just get your assignment. I don't know if you have another means of a laptop or something, but you could always get the assignment.
Yeah, I have another laptop right here, but
okay. So it's not a big deal if you're asking me, if I get kicked out, is it going to be a crisis? No. But I would definitely go back and look at the end of the video or the recording to get this information, and then for the explanation of the assignment.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm sitting in class till my computer dies, I guess.
Okay, that's fine. No worries. Okay, and then we have the economy, which it takes money to buy food, grow food, process food, and without money, poor countries couldn't have food available. Okay, so that's how the economy is affected by food. And then I'm just gonna read a little bit about politics. So just kind of listen as I read how politics affects food. So the degree to which a country's economic resources are used to address food problems depends largely on politics. The people with political power make most of the decisions in some countries. Those who have political power may decide what lands will be used for food production. They might determine what crops will be grown. Sometimes the decision is made to raise crops that can be sold to other countries. Money from these crops often goes to the people in power rather than the farmers who grow the crops. Political leaders may even decide how food will be distributed. Food needed by hungry people may be given to the military. People with higher status may receive more or better food than those who are poor. Politics does not affect food only in other countries. The U.S. government sets many policies that relate to the food supply. Some policies concern food products that are imported from other countries. Many federal regulations mandate how food is to be produced and processed. So if you ever, buy meat that has a stamp of approval on it, that's from the government, that it says it's, a high quality, it's safe, you can go ahead and use it. So those are some ideas of how politics affects food choices as well. So I want to take the remaining part of our time together to talk about the assignment. super simple. So if you just listen and then ask questions of me, then I can help you. Whoops, I just did that wrong. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up right now so that you guys can see it. And Vern, you'll love it because you get to have your assignment now.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so
would have
what?
liked it 3
I
hours
know.
ago, but
Not too bad. All right, should be coming in. It's just downloading right now. Okay, so I'm going to open up and just kind of run through it really quick so you guys have a gist, and then you can ask me questions if you have them. Okay, so you are going to read these quotes at the bottom here, 1 through, I think, 11, and you're going to identify the factor influencing each choice. So it's either a social influence, religious influence, emotional, ethnic, so on, okay? The words are in the top here that are all highlighted in different colors. Just Control X, put it on the line, and Control V, okay? And go through that. Oh, there's 10, my bad. Okay, then you're gonna go into food choice connections. This is where all your terms come in. The only term we never went over was soul food. And I can tell you right now the definition for that if you listen up, if I can find it. I know what it is. I just want to make sure I have the definition perfect for you so that there's no misleading information. Okay, well, soul food is an African, oh, here it is. Soul food is a traditional food of the African American ethnic group. Okay, just so you have that, you might be able to even, if you have it up, put the answer in right now. I know the line is really tiny, but just Control Exit and put it in there with a Control V, it'll be fine. And then when you scroll down, this is one's super simple. You just have to tell me what mental connection you have with the words. So when I say apple, what comes to mind? For me, it's teacher, because I'm a teacher. Some people, might think of different words like fattening, feminine, healthful, So when you just, the first thing that comes to mind when you say the word, I would write on that line. Just make sure it's appropriate. Okay. Is there any questions about the assignment? It's due by tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. And what are you asking me, Vern? Oh, you're talking. What do you mean? You're talking to Bryce. Yes. That's yeah. That's great advice. Yes. Okay. So that is all on my front that I have for today. So if you want to stick around, if you have questions, if you're good to go, it's all okay with me. I will see you guys back here on Thursday. We'll go over some of the answers, not all of them, but some of them.
Do we turn in the guided notes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Uh-huh. Vern, you're going to stay here and work on your assignment?
Yeah, I guess so. Would have been playing video games probably about now, but just had to put it on my.
You know it, mister. You know it.
I did 3 really quickly because they're like the 3 easiest ones.
Oh, yeah?
Regional.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Those animals drive me crazy.
This is the only thing that really does a place.
Which one are you doing right now?
I was doing regional, and I picked number 1 because that was like the only one that.
Are you doing the quotes?
The what?
Are you doing the worksheet?
Yeah.
And are you doing the quotes? Where it talks about escargot. Which one did you say was regional?
Regional was number 1.
No.
What?
So I'm telling you that's not number 1. Go down and see if you can find one that fits better for regional.
Well, 7 then.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Well, some of them point in one direction though.
Well, when it talks
'Cause-
about the Southwest, that's a region.
True.
And we were talking about the French. The French is a form of what?
Individual preference.
No.
But it's like saying like, oh yeah, like I wouldn't eat snails.
No,
It's
it's saying
probably
that French people eat snails.
ethnic.
It's not ethnic, no.
What?
No.
That's status?
No.
Religion?
No.
That's cultural?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, and somebody in the
I've never heard of that. What do you mean? I've never heard of French people eating snails.
Well, look it up.
No. I'm doing my homework. That is making me angry.
You're funny. Well, now you know, so move on.
Now I'm doing what am I on? Is this it's religion. That's probably the one with the cow.
Are you doing Control X, Control V, just so that the words disappear and you're looking at all the ones you have left?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But it's difficult because I messed up on this one. Religious. That one. Yep.
Where'd
My
you
S
put
is
that one?
9.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Great. Now these are like the difficult ones ish. Well, individual preference.
Do they talk about like
That
what
wouldn't be
they,
it. No, that wouldn't be it.
like what they like? It's a personal thing.
Oh, man. 10. That's easy.
Yeah.
And then let's see the other ones. Miss Johnson decided to serve filet mignon.
Filet mignon. Filet mignon.
That would probably be status
Yep,
because it has nothing to do with ethnic.
that's right.
Process of elimination. Boom. And then I'm done with that.
Oh, you
Food
finished
with
now?
connections. No, these are so dumb. Okay. I just realized what I had to do on this one.
Yeah, this one's just terms, so.
Culture. Well, when number 2 it says traditional, so that makes me think of culture.
But it's African culture. I just gave you this one 2 seconds ago.
Ethnic group.
Nope.
So no. Okay, so it is culture.
No.
It's a traditional food of the African American ethnic group. Traditional food.
Or if you don't know it, skip it. Do the ones you know, and it'll be a process of elimination.
Yeah, but I don't know like any of these.
Yes, you do. Get your notes out.
I'll probably the only one I'll probably actually get is food taboo.
Yeah, but if you have your notes, do a split screen with your notes in this paper.
Oh, okay. So we got here the one that says Jews or whatever. Jewish.
Yeah, you know that
That
one.
would be kosher.
Right.
So I gotta Control X. That one. So there's one. Social impact on others. That's hilarious. We nominated a food as president. That's funny.
Where are you looking?
Not in my brain.
That scares me a bit.
No, because what is my. I think my dog's trying to end himself. But it's fine. My dog's sitting in his bowl of water. The funny thing is, it's not a bowl. It's like something that cows drink out of, and he's laying in it.
That's funny. Is it for water at your house?
Huh?
Is it for water?
Yeah, it's for water.
Oh, okay.
My dog's I think it's ice still, and he's just sitting on it.
Ah,
Yeah, he's a wacko dog. Also an escape artist and destroyer. We got 40 foot of this type of cord, and is like he can't get out of it and we put it in his cage too, so he can't get out of his cage because we don't know how he's getting out of his cage.
hey,
I think-
can I use you as a guinea pig?
Sure.
Okay. I want to do this lesson, and I'm just not sure it's gonna go well. So I'm gonna try to present it and
What
see what you
class?
see. Huh?
What class?
Nutrition.
Oh, okay. Wait, I'm gonna get my screenshot ready.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like that. Sorry to say, but it's not gonna be like that. Okay, so
Yeah, but it could be a sign that I could get answers done
Yeah,
before.
I doubt it. Okay, so this is what I want to project. And then I'm trying to figure out like how I would present this, and I'm not really sure. So let's see what happens. Okay. So what I need to know from you is if you can see it and hear it.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right, here comes the
Can I
test.
tell you something before you start it?
Yes.
Okay. Most videos that teachers present, it's like sometimes they're like laggy. Like even if
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
a decent
Yeah, I know.
graphics, like it's
Yeah.
laggy.
I know. It's the nature of the beast. So just let me know how bad it is, okay? Here we go. You may
Mhm.
not even hear it. I don't know. Shoot, that's not what I wanted it to do. Hold on. Now, I'm hitting this button.
Checking in can take its toll. Check out fast and nice and cold.
Where on earth will they show up next? If you're not having fun, they'll find you.
Waiting for your chance to scream. Fast that helps you beat the steam.
You could be next.
Okay. Did you hear it?
Yeah, it was all perfect, except now I want to bleach my eyes, and that was horrific.
Okay, tell me if you can hear this one.
I mean, if I open my window.
All beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a fatty special sauce, lettuce, cheese. All beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a fatty special sauce, lettuce, cheese. All beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions, and a fatty special sauce, beef cheese. It's a good time for the great taste of McDonald's.
Okay, so you heard that one
Yeah.
too, huh? Okay, well that's
Yeah.
good news. I know that do you remember this one? This one, you'll be singing those two all day. Here's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah,
Okay, listen to this one.
Today.
Okay, so next
Yeah.
time we get together, I want you to tell me how many times you sang those songs.
I'm loving it.
Oh, I've
Okay,
never heard
good.
that.
You
That's
haven't
your
ever heard
time.
that? What?
This is also your time. There was no Big Red at all.
All right, I'm gonna play it, and you tell me if you've ever in your life heard this.
No little cinnamon gum freshens breath longer than Big Red.
It really looks so old.
But have you ever heard it?
No, never.
Really?
This
That's
is your
surprising.
time.
Listen here. The's no need for insults. I know it's not
it's-
really.
It's not an insult. It's like actually like it's when you were a child, right?
Well, the whole point is not necessarily
Look,
the.
1983. That's when you were a child. Okay, don't fight me. I know this.
Yeah, I wasn't. That actually, I was earlier than that, but I'm trying to show you guys how advertisement use certain things to attract the consumer. So it doesn't really.
Yeah, but these are like really
Hold it.
old. You need like
That's okay.
modern videos.
Oh my God, I do not.
Everybody knows Klondike. People love
Okay.
Klondike.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
Oh, there's memes about this.
About Chili's?
Oh, there's actually there's a recent one where it's like where they asked people, it was a video, it was like asked people if they would give them their child or like have a year supply round, like endless amount for like a year, or it was like 5 of Klondike bars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was weird.
Here's another one. I'm not going to play that one. Do you remember Mentos?
There's like barely any. I don't think I remember seeing a Mentos ad.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to see about another one. Rice-A-Roni?
What?
You're so funny. What about Folgers?
What?
Folgers coffee?
Oh, I don't really. Probably,
I
but
bet you
probably
do.
don't remember.
Yeah. I'm not gonna play that one. Snoopy Snow Cone? You probably don't remember that one.
That's probably before your time.
Oh, it was not. Let's see what else. Do you remember Double Mint?
Give me a second.
I know it's older, but it's the jingle, the song that hasn't died.
Wait, listen.
A double pleasure is waiting for you. A double pleasure from Double Mint Gum. A double great feeling making you
The Snoopy Snow Cone was released in 1979.
Yep, that was after my time.
Exactly.
I was born before that.
I'm really good with dates and everything.
Cook up some
SpaghettiOs!
Oh yes, these are amazing.
I can't get this to stop. Okay, what else here? Do you remember Chicken Tonight?
No.
What about My Bologna has a second name? It's OSEAR. My Bologna has a second name.
I've heard of it.
Yeah,
I heard of it.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Okay. Well, this is just, I'm trying to get you guys to learn about jingles and how they're very catchy and you can remember them. Just like the
Yeah.
Empire, 1-800-588-2300.
And 5.
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
is that's the whole point of this. It's not, it doesn't matter if it's old or new. It's just the point of the jingle that you're going to remember. Okay. I might have, let me try another slideshow. Hang tight. I know that there's one other that I wanted to show and I'm trying to think of where I put it. Huh. Let me see if it's over here. No. I'm gonna find it and then I'll project it. You can go. I mean, if you have something else to do, don't let me hold you back.
I'm doing the homework, so I really don't have nothing to do.
Okay, I don't want to cause you to be, I don't even know. Okay, so this one, I don't think, I don't think I need, like, it's not a jingle. These are just like slogans. So hold on, it's loading.
You gave this to us.
I gave you what?
Should be in the chat. Please. Yep, that's the one.
Oh yeah, the definition.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go. Okay, so you can still see my screen, right?
I think yeah, you stopped presenting.
I did.
Yeah.
Shoot. You can't see this. Look at your screen now.
Nope.
Ah. All right, hold on. End it. All right, I gotta go present my screen. All right, I'm gonna go back in. Okay.
A social custom that prohibits the use of certain edibles.
No. it's
Oh, that
not.
was food taboo. Yep.
Oh,
That was the one.
I think it might be.
I'm super hungry.
Are you? All right. Shoot. Okay. This will not let it. Okay. Can you see your screen now? Oh shoot, that's me. Hello.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Why
sure
am I
everything
showing
was-
this?
Huh?
I do not know why I'm showing that. That's ridiculous. All right, hold on. What is happening here? Okay. I'm gonna open this up and you tell me if you can see it.
Give me a second. Get my breakfast ready.
It sounds good. Okay, look at your screen. Can you see this?
No, you stopped. You stopped.
Dang it.
Presenting.
Okay, so it won't present in the mode that I'm trying to present it in.
Oh, okay.
Right, darn it. Okay, let me try this again. Okay.
Okay, you're presenting.
Okay, so now I'm going to try to show you what I've been trying to show you. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay. Now, the bigger question is, are you going to be able to see this video? I might have to check in and check out. Okay, so what I need to know is this what I want? Oh, no, this isn't what I want. Do I want this? Yes, okay. Can you see this?
Yep.
Could you hear it?
Well, it's on play, so no.
Okay.
No, I can't hear it.
Okay. So I think I know what I need to do with that. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see here. You can't see this, can you?
I can see it, but I can't hear it.
Okay. Good. Okay.
Yeah, that's real old.
Like it won't play, I don't
Like
think.
comics. I can see it. I can't hear it.
That was the food artist that tricks the eye. That's the video I was talking about.
Oh, okay. There's
And then here's
what is that?
these are ways to trick. So like the soup bowl isn't what you're picturing. Ever notice how soup bowls seem to be brimming with vegetables and noodles because they put something down inside of it to bring everything up?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then these ice cubes are fake. They didn't really do that. The soda splash,
Yeah.
the pickles. That's gross. But that's
Yeah, I seen
glue.
that one. I seen that one.
And then the burger. And I think this is maybe She talks about it. And
Well,
then this. It just talks about like what you were talking about, how the foods aren't really the foods. And this is food reality. Oh, that's a great sound. Okay, so who did
yes, really do.
who is
Amazing.
it?
Mountain Dew, duh.
Okay, what about this one? Be your way, have it your way. Who did that one?
I don't know.
Burger King.
Really?
What about try both and pick a side? Do you know?
When I see it, I'll probably notice it.
Which?
So. Oh no.
Driving matters. Zoom zoom.
No, definitely not.
Mazda.
What is?
Loving beats eaten. I'm loving it.
That's obviously McDonald's.
Yeah. What about founded on fresh? Eat fresh.
Oh, I've heard founded on fresh. It kind of sounds like art. Oh, Subway. I was like thinking. I know it's like meat and bread and whatever.
Taste the feeling.
So I was gonna guess Arby's. Taste the feeling. Yeah, I don't know this one. Oh my gosh.
More saving, more doing at
Oh my gosh. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what?
what?
I have a Coke bottle that's actually probably older than you.
I just remembered that I have office hours, so I have to go.
Oh no, I was saying
I'm
here because
5
you were
minutes
giving
late.
the
You
answers.
can come to office hours and we can do the same thing. But I gotta
Okay,
go.
but when is it?
Right now, I'm 5 minutes late.
Oh.
Gotta go.